Hi everyone, how is your Monday? Today we're going to do like a makeover Monday or really just the basics Monday. I like to show just the basics because that's what you start with. Hi, I'm Peggy. I am 68 years old, will be next month, and I have rosacea. I have crow's feet. I have marionette lines. I have wrinkles, crinkles. I have crepe skin. You name it. I have it all as a mature woman. But you can make it better. We can make us just a little bit better. And also it makes me feel better when I put makeup on. It really does. I also have something going on here. I don't know what that is. Hopefully it's not a zit at my age, but maybe so. So let's get started. I am your Seint makeup artist. Seint is a cream makeup where we use 3 shades. Instead of piling and layering, these 3 shades make up 1 layer of makeup, and it does not settle into fine lines and wrinkles. So you need these 4 shades to start. You get a contour, a brightening highlight, a main highlight, and a lip and cheek of your choice. Also, you just need 1 brush to do it all. Now, this is the beginner palette or the starter palette. It does your whole face. Do we have accessory things? Of course we do. We have eyeshadow, we have bronzer, illuminator, all sorts of stuff. But this is all you need to really start. It's just a little 4 palette. You can take it with you, throw it in your purse, throw it in your suitcase. It travels well. The only time you'd have to worry about it melting, since it is cream, is if you leave it in a hot car in the summer in southern Louisiana where I live, or any of the hot southern states. You don't want to leave it there. Other than that, you don't have to worry about it. Look at that. Nothing. The tins are magnetic. They're individual. So let's get started. Okay, I'm going to use the domed end of my brush to place my makeup. So I'm going to start in the contour shade. Oh my goodness. That is too dark for you. No, it's not. Let me show you. This is a contour shade. It was custom color matched to me, and it's called Shadow. Would your contour shade be different? Probably, simply because your skin tone probably isn't like mine. That's what makes us individuals. And contour goes on the hard parts of the face. So we're going to feel for that cheekbone, and we're going to go right up on that cheekbone, and that's where we're going to put the contour. Now, notice how I have natural shadows on my face already due to lack of volume. That's why I am placing this contour really high on the cheek. We're going to lift that eye, we're going to lift the face, and we're going to give it more definition and really define it. Again, come over here, right to the corner of the eye, the outer corner of your eye, and right up on that cheekbone. You know how we used to suck? They tell you to suck your cheeks in, and then that's where you put your blush. Not anymore, especially if you're of a mature age. You want to keep everything high to give the lifted look. It's just that simple. Again, like I say, this is a natural shadow. This is a contour, and this is a natural shadow too. It's just from a loss of volume in my face. It happens. Again, I'll be 68 next month, so continue to tap into our contour. I have jowls. So here is the little fatty part of that jowl. To make it look less noticeable, what I'm going to do is start right about the top of it and go right along the jawline, just up to the bottom of the ear. I'm not going to accentuate these divots that I have due to the jowls. Again, we're going to come right to this little fatty part where the jowl is and go straight up along the jawbone, right up to the bottom of the ear. Now, I have a turkey neck too. Once you reach your 60s, sometimes your 50s, you're either going to have a turkey neck or you're going to have a double chin. Who knows which one it's going to be? So let's just camouflage this turkey neck just a little bit. So I'm going to start at 1 divot, go under my neck, and connect it with the other. There we go. Now, do you see the shadow that created? And that's what we're doing. We're creating shadows so that you notice my chin. It brings my chin forward. And you don't notice the turkey neck. It's still there. It's still a turkey neck, but it's less noticeable. And that's what we do with this cream makeup in these different shades. Now let's contour the nose. So again, I'm pinching my brush and I'm going to go right along the top and into the natural shade or the natural shadow that is on my nose. Okay, right at the top and right down. And over here on the other side, we're just making lines. Now, why are we contouring my nose? You're going to see it's going to look more elongated and just a little bit narrower. It just gives it a better appearance. Now, are you happy with your nose? Then don't worry about it. You don't have to contour. Contour is you don't have to contour the nose. You definitely want to do the forehead, the cheek, and the jawline if you're my age. Contour too, you can use as an eyeshadow. You can use it on your eyebrows. You can also go right underneath the lip, which creates a shadow and gives you that little pouty look, if that's what you're looking for. Now, we're going to go to the brightening shade. We're finished with the contour. It's placed. We're strategically placing these shades, and we're going to strategically blend them so they each stay in their lane and where they need to be. So what we're going to do is come to my brightening highlight, and brightening highlight's a little bit like a concealer, but not really. So what we're going to do is we're going to brighten the eyes. What we're doing is creating a focal point. So to give that little bit of a lift, I'm just going to take the outer corner of the eye and go up into the temple. Same thing over here. Right at the corner of the eye and just tap up into the corner. Don't go all the way under the eye like they used to with the pie shape or the V. You just want to go to the inner and the outer corners of the eye. This is going to give you enough of a brightness to where it's going to lift the eye and you don't have to worry about all that product going into the crepe skin under your eye. Now, what we're going to do next is we've brightened across, we've highlighted the eyes, now we're going to come and do the center of the face. So we're going to just put some brightener right here in the center of the forehead between the eyebrows. And then we're going to just come straight down the center of the nose. Now look how much narrower, because we're brightening right in between those two contour lines that we made. Now, I like to put a lot of brightener. You can put a little bit. You want to brighten, but you don't have to do the contour to the extent that I did. That's strictly up to you. Now, we're going to catch the Cupid's bow and the center of the chin. There we go. Now, we have our contour. We have our brightening shade. Now we're going to come to the main shade. Your main highlight is the shade that is the closest to the color of your natural skin. So we're going to tap in there, and this goes like a filler shade. Notice how I have 3 shades of makeup on my face, and each one is going to stay in its lane, and it is going to do a different thing when we strategically blend. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this main shade, just tap a little bit of it where we don't have any other makeup, and just using it to fill in the gaps. There we go. Now I do have rosacea, as you saw how red my cheeks were. Look at them now. It has a little bit of a color corrector in it. You may need a little bit more of a different shade to color correct. Depends on if you're color correcting age spots, rosacea. If it's rosacea, we got you. All right, so we're going to come over here and we're just going to fill in the gaps there. Now, it's placed, my makeup is placed for my foundation. These 3 shades, the contour, the main shade, and my brightening shade. Now, you also get a lip and a cheek in the starter, and that is the shade of your choice. Today, I am using sort of a neutral shade, a little bit pinky neutral shade called Sunshine State. Look how pretty she is. She is so good to wear. I mean, she wears really well. So we're going to put our blush shade right here above, there we go, the contour. Now, I like a bolder shade. This one is not that bold, so you can put as much as you want because she's not a whole lot of color, but she's really, really pretty. Matter of fact, I'm just going to smear a whole bunch on there. You don't want to come past the corner of the eye, and again, keep it high on your cheek. There we go. Like I say, I prefer a satin and a brighter shade than what this is. I'm showing you this because a lot of you like the nudes. This is a really, really pretty nude. Let's put a little bit more lipstick on here. All right. Now, everything I used on my face, as you saw, to put to make me look this ridiculous right now, it was in this palette. And this is the starter palette where, again, you get a contour, you get a brightening highlight, and you get a main highlight, and a lip and cheek shade of your choice, lips and cheeks. So everything you need to do your face is in this little palette. Okay, now I'm going to pick up the brush that we placed it with, the domed in. And I am going to blend. We're going to strategically blend. Again, keep each shade in its own lane, but we're going to marry the edges together. Now, cream makeup needs to be set. You can do it one of two ways. You can spray your face and then blend. You can blend and then spray your face. Or you can blend and then use setting powder. I like to be different, and I like a damp brush to blend. So I set as I blend. So I am just going to tap out the excess with my brush, with my setting spray on. So I set as I blend. Now, we're going to start at the jaw. And again, just light circles and then drag them down your neck. You don't want to blend it away. You don't want to blend the darkness of the shadow away, but you don't want it to be distinct lines either. So soft blend and then just drag it down your neck and see how that creates the shadow, which makes my turkey neck not as noticeable. Now, I'm going to start at right here by the ear in the bearded area of my face, if I were a man, blah, 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 and just tap it. And this cream makeup is going exactly where I want it to go. And that is where it's going to stay. It is acting as a second skin. If you can feel this makeup on your face, you're using too much. Less is more. You know how we were taught with the liquids and the powders, if that didn't cover it like you wanted it to, add more, add more, add more. You're only going to need one layer. And you're not going to need one layer everywhere because every shade, you need the 3 shades, everything's going to stay. Okay, my internet is not doing well today. I apologize. So when you come to blending the eyes, you want to blend, but you don't want to swipe or wipe because that's going to pull that very tender skin under your eyes. And again, if you're in your 60s like I am, close to 70, believe me, you don't want it because it's like a rubber band that has popped. It'll go out, but it's not going to come back in. So here we go. Now, the nose, we took the time to contour, so we're just going to tap it to blend it. See how it's blended, but you still get the narrowness of the nose, and you can still see that the shadows are still there on either side. Let me catch this eye right here, right on the inside. I'll just flip my brush around. There we go. And tap that out. There we go. Now, I'm going to come up and just continue to tap. We call this stippling. Now, the contour is a little bit different of a consistency. So I like to swirl that just a little bit and swirl it up into your hairline, so that you don't have that white line showing between your hair and the actual part where you placed your makeup. And then we just make sure that we are blended really well. And there you go. There you have it. My whole face, and I use these 4 shades. What do you think? So simple, so easy. Just going to continue to just You know what? We didn't blend the cheeks. Hello, I'm getting getting ahead of myself here. I looked at him like, something looks weird. Okay, that's why. We didn't blend the cheeks. All right, so we're going to stipple up and down on the contour. Then we're going to grab that contour and just grab the lip and cheek and just drag it up into the temple. Same thing over here, stipple. Now remember, that was a shadow, my natural shadow on my face due to the hollowness and the lack of volume. Then we're just going to grab that lip and cheek and drag it up in there. See how that's already there? No matter how many times I hit it, it's still a shadow. That's my natural shadow. But that's going to give, see how when I talk, your face goes down to my mouth? You want it to go up to your eyes. You want it to be lifted. Now, I don't like that in other words, this is not enough blush for me. So Gaudy Gertie's going to grab this. I'm not sure what shade this is. Let me look and see. This is Royal. Royal is a great shade. See, look how pretty she is. And I'm just going to put her on the cheeks. Sunshine State is great on the lips. I'm not crazy about her on the cheeks. Okay, here we go. Just a little bit more because I like my blush to be seen. Now, was what I did before enough for you? Then that's great. That's all you need. I, though, love, love, love Royal. Matter of fact, let's smear a little bit on the lips, too. Oh, there you go. There I am. I like color. So I tend to I gravitate to the darker colors rather than the nudes. And again, it's with whatever you like, whatever makes you feel pretty, that's what you should do. Now, let's do my eyebrows real quick because I'm looking and I'm like, they're looking a little bit light right now. So again, I'm going to take a different brush. This is the line brush. And I'm going to tap right into my contour. And I'm just going to feather the little hairs up. There we go. Just feather them up just a little bit. Now, remember, you don't want to bring the tail of your eyebrows down too far because if you do, it's going to drag everything down. Again, we want everything high and lifted. There we go. Let's catch this one. I am a mess today, ladies. I apologize. Oh, goodness. It's Monday in spades. But the good news is my puppy is better. Thank you so much for your concern. We were really worried about him. I really thought, not this past weekend, but the weekend before we were going to lose him. I really did. And I didn't know how I was going to handle that because it's always just he and I during the day while my husband works. So, yeah, I was really worried about that. Okay, there you go. That's better. Everybody looks better with their eyebrows on. Now, how do you get started with Seint? Hey, you get the best makeup in the world, which is the cream makeup, and you get me. You get a makeup artist with it. What could be better? What I want you to do is go to a window in your home. I want you to pull back the curtains, raise the blinds. Let natural sunlight come in. You don't want the sunshine on your face. You just want the natural light coming in. No makeup. I know, scary, scary, but no makeup. I want you to look into your phone, snap a selfie. I'll have somewhere on here or up in the copy, I'll have a number that you'll text to get the link to upload that selfie. Then send it to me. Totally free and no obligation whatsoever. If I color match you and send you the results and never hear from you again, that's fine. No problem at all. If you want to purchase, thank you, and I'm here to guide you through the whole process. It's just that simple. Seint also has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so I guess I'm wondering, what do you have to lose? One compact, one brush, a full face of makeup. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you so much. Again, I will be 68 next month. Next month is like in a couple of days. Woo! but I'm the middle of the month birthday. But anyway, thanks for joining me. You be the reason someone smiles today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.